Why are we so drawn to what space has to offer? Most commonly, the multitude of galaxies is unknown and mysterious. But other planets could provide a future settling surface for our vulnerable planet. Should we concentrate our efforts on solving the problems within our planet, like overpopulation or diminishing food sources, before trying to leave it? Primarily, space travel is intended to create a safe haven for life on another planet in the event of a devastating natural catastrophe on Earth. For a few years I had the opportunity to work with the company Sierra Nevada Corporation, a subcontractor for Virgin Galactic. I witnessed the groundbreaking movement of commercial spaceflight. The loss of NASA's space shuttle, the Challenger, and its 7 crew members in 1986 brought the U.S. space exploration program to a halt. New Age companies like Virgin Galactic use fuel alternatives such as rubberized and plastic fuels. These new fuel substances bypass the governing laws against liquid-based propulsion. Although Virgin Galactic pioneered the way to this commercial frontier, their contract was eliminated due to test flight failure in the space shuttle framework itself. However, SpaceX, a rivaling competitor, continued its journey to the forefront of space expedition by successfully launching and landing their space shuttle Falcon 9 on a drone ship. Thus far, SpaceX and Mars One are leading the way in developing an aircraft to transport mankind to Mars. Fortunately, there are other alternative theories that promote space travel or suggest other means of surviving extinction. Ian Koblick, founder of La Chalupa Underwater Resource Laboratory, has been attempting to provoke the idea of underwater establishments for the last 40 years. Koblick confidently once stated, "Here is a new step for mankind, the advent of underwater sea living, the taming of the last frontier on Earth, inner space." He mentions that we now have the technology to create an underwater living habitat which can ultimately alleviate the overpopulation on land and guard against the possibility of natural or man-made disasters. He says that if we can turn our attention towards underwater construction, we will reach a sense of security quicker and on a smaller budget. Then, there are those who focus on the research of our past and ancient ancestors. They have discovered evidence in Earth's oldest places that show the possibility of advanced technology and even aviation. Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson lead the investigation towards deciphering the Saqqara bird. This artifact is potential evidence that the ancients have had the technology for aeronautics. Further resources and study could give us a greater understanding of how to perfect our current technology. Lastly, there are alternative methods to travel through the creation of new building materials. Newly discovered materials, such as graphene, give the possibility of railway systems over propulsion systems. We can now manipulate graphene to create carbon nanotubing. It has the strongest strength-to-weight ratio for any material on Earth. Its industrial strength is tougher than diamonds, yet it's still flexible. Graphene possesses so much tensile strength, we can build things like fixed elevator lifts that stretch from the Earth's surface, extending out beyond Earth's atmosphere. Also, carbon nanotubing rail systems combined with magnetic charges could provide a non-fueled, eco-friendly launch system. Based on the facts attained from research and my experience in the aerospace industry, I am certain that space travel is still a valid adventure for specified purposes, primarily for the desire to achieve a great understanding of what lies beyond what we could see on Earth. If ultimately our goal is to expand mankind's territory for the ever-growing populations, or to protect us from unstoppable forces that could eventually end life as we know it, I believe deep-sea civilization should be our main focus. The deep-sea colonization effort could prove to be more cost-effective and be achievable in a shorter period of time. Continuous research on stronger and lighter components could improve the process for both these ventures. The advanced knowledge of our ancient ancestors is possibly something mankind will never understand. Though their technology may have been far more advanced than what we have today, I am confident that we are well suited to sustain the course for which we started. I am convinced that through social media, coincidentally, and currently other technology, the nations of our world can come together as a collective entity and concentrate our efforts towards these goals. Together, these ideas and building strategies could be improved upon for future colonization at a faster pace. Space travel can provide the gateway to life elsewhere and increase our comprehension of the unknown universe outside of our world.